Hey guys, okay, so today I am going to be doing the written recipe, one of my spoken recipes episodes. I'm just going to tell you guys how to do it rather than showing you guys because I can't bake, it's summer and it's really hot right now. So, I'm just going to be doing it this way. How did that, oh, okay. So the ingredients for the cupcakes, this is going to be from scratch. I have actually made these before, tried making a video, but I didn't finish it, so I figured I'd rather just do it as a spoken video rather than a demonstration video. The ingredients you're going to need are going to be a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 2 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of milk, So what you're going to do for the cupcakes is you're going to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 350, 355. Then you're going to prepare about 12 muffin tins, which this one made more than 12. It made about, I would say 18. So yeah, and mine didn't come out too good. They sort of spread, they rose a little bit, but they sort of spread outward more. So you might need to put a little bit more of which one makes it rise again? Baking soda or baking powder? But when you put a little more, don't put too much more because it's not gonna turn out good. Yeah. Then you're gonna sift the flour, baking soda, salt, and baking powder, and cocoa, your unsweetened cocoa, into a large mixing bowl. You're not gonna want this to be the mixing bowl that you're gonna mix it in. Just put it in a large mixing bowl. Then you're gonna give it a little stir, and then you're gonna set the mixture aside. In another bowl, you're gonna mix the softened butter and sugar until it is well combined and it's light and fluffy. And then you're gonna add the eggs to the mixture one by one, and you're gonna keep beating after each addition. I keep saying addiction. That's weird. Addition. You're gonna add the vanilla extract to the bowl, and you're gonna stir it very well. You're gonna add the flour and the milk, alternating into the bowl, and you're gonna beat that well. You're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of the mixture in the muffin cups until they get about 2/3 of the way full. You can also use your ice cream, one of those ice cream scoops if you'd like. Then you're gonna bake the cupcakes for about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven, or until a toothpick inserted to the middle of a few of your cupcakes come out completely clean. Now, the ingredients for this raspberry buttercream, I made the raspberry marshmallow buttercream, but I personally didn't like that too much, so I'm just gonna figure this one. You're gonna do 4 sticks of butter, which is 2 cups room temperature butter, then 1.5 pounds of confectioner sugar, which is just about 5.5 cups, and then you're gonna sift that very well, and then you're gonna put 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, and about you're gonna make the raspberry puree, and then put about 4 to 5 tablespoons. You can put more. It's gonna come out really pink though. And if you do want to make it with the marshmallow cream, at the same time that you're adding your raspberries puree, you're gonna want to put the marshmallow cream. Okay, so the way that you're gonna do this is you're gonna get a bowl with, if you're gonna use the standard mixer, then you're gonna beat the mixture on medium high speed for about 5 minutes until the butter is light and fluffy. We're going to turn the mixture down to low speed and gradually add in the confectioner sugar. Then you're gonna add in the confectioner's sugar, gradually add in the confectioner's sugar until it's completely incorporated. Then you're gonna add your vanilla extract. You can use either pure extract or vanilla blend, whichever one is you have. I usually just use the Mexican vanilla blend because I don't really have anything else, but that works perfectly fine. And then you're gonna add 3 tablespoons of the raspberry puree. And then if you're using the marshmallow cream, you would add the marshmallow cream right now. And you're gonna mix until it is well incorporated. And then you're gonna turn off the mixer and check the buttercream for taste and texture. And you can gradually add in the next 2 tablespoons of raspberry puree until you reach the desired level of raspberry flavor. But I want you to note that adding more than the recommended 5 tablespoons will result in a more runny would you stop? In a more runny frosting. And you're just gonna beat the mixture after you beat it in, you're gonna beat the mixture for 3 to 4 minutes more until it's light and fluffy. Then you're gonna put it into a piping bag and you're gonna frost it. If you use the marshmallow cream, it's not gonna be very easy to frost. To frost with that. But if you don't put the marshmallow cream, it should be fine. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Then you're gonna pipe it on however you want. Don't put too much of it because you're gonna need to get a brain mold, which I have the brain mold. I'll show you guys the brain mold in a different one. I'm gonna do this recipe for someone else, and I'll videotape it then. But that's not gonna be till like November. That sounds odd. Not in October, but in November. Anyways, and then you're gonna put it in I have an ice brain mold. It's like a brain mold, but it's for ice, whatever. You're just gonna spray it with Pam, and then you pour your pink Wilton chocolate melts in there, because the pink Wilton ones are the ones that are better for that. Because I guess the other ones are really bright. Or if you have the just normal candy melts, like the white ones, if you can't find pink ones, or white chocolate, you can add a few drops of red of liquid food coloring, because liquid food coloring is the only one that'll color it correctly, because I think something like it's oil based or something, I don't know, but the paste food coloring makes it super like, it makes it hard. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I don't know. Try it out for yourself and then you'll see. You're gonna get the pink Wilton candy melt, the same ones, and you're gonna add corn syrup to it, or in a different, whatever country you're in, it can be glucose corn syrup. I don't know of any other thing that it would be called. Yeah, so you just do that, and then in one of the videos it said that it was that you could put water in it with the corn syrup. I've never actually tried it with the water, but yeah. You're gonna put the modeling chocolate in some saran wrap and spread it out so it's a big disc, like about depending on how much you make, like just a big disc, not too thin but not too thick, just so that when you put it in the fridge or leave it overnight, it'll thicken. If you put it in the fridge, you're gonna want to leave it in there for about 4 to 5 hours, or you can just leave it overnight to set. You'll just press it into the brain mold and it should come out without Pam. Ferment a little and make it hollow in the middle with a little bit of melting chocolate if you want to, or semi-sweet chocolate or something. Whatever you want to do. You can make it like a little truffle, which I heard that like by itself already tastes like a white chocolatey truffle. That's what I heard, at least. I've never actually tasted it myself. Yeah, and then you're gonna need to make more than just that of the raspberry puree. If you're making the raspberry puree with frozen strawberries, you want to put it to the side. I'll make a video on how to make raspberry puree sometime soon. But raspberry puree is good for a lot of things. It's good for ice cream. It's good for cupcakes. for flavoring things. It's good for a lot of things. And it's delicious. And all it is raspberries and sugar, and if you want to, you can add a little bit of ice and then a little more sugar, because the ice will make it a little more watered down. And you're just gonna put it in a strainer and, you know, strain it like that. Anyways, so then you're gonna get your tablespoon and you're gonna push down on the top of your frosting and fill that a little bit with the raspberry puree. Then you're gonna put make sure your fingers are clean for this part. I mean, they should have been clean. They should be clean the whole time, but I'm saying make sure they're extra clean for this part. Then you're gonna put the brain on top of that and make sure that you push out some of the blood a little bit so it's coming down the sides. Then the raspberry puree, it's supposed to look like blood. And then you pour about a tablespoon or a half tablespoon on top, and then you just spread it with your fingers so it goes down, so it drips down, and you can still see some of the pink from the brain, but then you can sort of see that the blood has been like running down the brain, and it looks like a bloody brain. You can also use a red velvet or a green velvet recipe for the actual cupcake part. Yeah. Okay, time for the off-topic ending. For the off-topic ending, this is just a nice summer drink that I'm gonna tell you guys how to make. You get watermelon, and you can get chunks of watermelon, put it in your blender, and if your blender has a shred setting, I would suggest the shred setting. You put it right there. You can even put frozen watermelon in there if you want to, because that will probably taste better if it's during the summer. So you put that in there in the blender. You put on shred if you have shred. If not, just put on the setting that gets most of your blender, whatever, you know. And if you don't have any special settings that gets most of the blender, just cut it up into really small pieces and keep mixing it between every time that everything is like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean. And then that's it. You have your watermelon juice. And if you want to add sugar, you can add sugar. If you want to add water, you can add water. Whatever you want. And if you don't put the frozen watermelon, you can put it in your freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes, just so it can you know, thicken up and it can get really cold and it'll be yummy. And then with that, if you would like, you can make popsicle by putting it in a popsicle thing, or one of those mini those little cups that you use to brush your teeth. You fill it up, or you can use if you don't have any of those, but for some weird reason you have shot glasses, you can put it in there and stick a stick in it and with foil and take it out, and it should be like a little popsicle. Off-topic ending. Bye.
I am the candy man, coming from Bounty Land.
And the sky, but the pigs won't quit. You adopted bag. Sorry.
Please. Get out of my fridge!